Will AMP make you rich? It's an interesting question. Well, AMP is an American-made crypto. And if you know anything about Donald Trump and then what he said before he comes in, all American cryptos will have zero capital gains tax, which is great because if you make a lot of money inside of the crypto market, you'll have to pay a lot of tax. You won't have to pay that much tax, or zero tax, as I should say, if it's an American-made crypto such as XRP, XLM, and AMP. Now, AMP isn't anything like XRP or XDC or XLM or any of those main ones, but it does have real-world utility. AMP was launched by Flexa in 2020. So AMP crypto acts as a decentralized collateral on the Flexa Network, essentially guaranteeing instant and secure crypto payments by providing a safety net for merchants, even if a cryptocurrency takes time to confirm on the blockchain. Users can stake their AMP tokens to provide their collateral and earn rewards in the form of an additional AMP token. So the functionality is primarily used as a collateral for crypto payments on Flexa Network, ensuring merchants receive payment even if a crypto transaction is not immediately confirmed. So the guaranteeing payments through crypto, which is great, which is kind of what XRP and XLM intend to do. But those are businesses. This is just saying payments, period. AMP actually reached 12 cents at an all-time high in the beginning of 2021, which made you see that, hey, it's here in light, but hasn't had any real success on its own after that. Crypto will be down. And all of a sudden, AMP will just creep up to 2 cents or 1.5 cents, things of that nature. And that's why I'm like, well, what's keeping it down? It's listed on major networks. It's listed, it has utility. So when you send Bitcoin, it takes quite some time for Bitcoin to process a transaction. Ethereum the same way. Solana is the faster version of that. Nearly instantaneously, you'll have Solana be on the DeFi network, decentralized, and boom, process a transaction nearly instantly. When I first heard about Solana, people were talking about Solana was going to be in VR, and this would be something you can use as a currency inside of VR to buy things, to upgrade your character, things of that nature, earn it. It was attached to some games at that exact time. And I don't know the list of those games, but I'm sure you could Google it. But Solana was like a gaming token. Even though that's not truly what it is, it was a gaming token. And a gaming token doesn't sound as good as real use case. If I'm not a gamer, it really doesn't do nothing for me. So I can see why people kind of steered away from Solana, even though Solana had an iconic uprise, and people were speculating that it would hit $1,000. When I first heard of it, people were saying, bro, this could reach $1,000. There was all types of videos and price predictions that were completely incorrect, because during the bull market, it was doing well, but during the bear market, it was doing extremely bad. It was less than $100. This is all the way down to $40. Now it's up over pretty much where it came back from. So I could see that it's building for sure, but will it make it to where it needs to go? Who knows? That's why I see AMP. AMP is something that has a use case similar to Solana. It processes transactions, right? At a fast speed. That's the whole concept of the transactions on the blockchain. If you put $100 in there right now, you will get just over 10,000 coins, right? If you put 200, you get just over 20K, all the way up the list. Not financial advice, by the way. These are just speculations. But if you put $100 in there right now and it went up to 12 cents, your investment, it would go from $100 all the way up to $1,200. If you did 200, you'd have 2,400. Now, this is just going back to its all-time high. A lot of times what cryptos will do is they'll go back to their all-time high, and if it exceeds it, let's say it goes to a 13 cent, it usually will go into a parabolic state. Now, sometimes it'll go up over 13 and then reduce right back down to 9 cents. That's a bad sign, but it could be just a correction. As long as it doesn't fall all the way down, back down to where it's at right now, which is less than a cent, you have a safety net. It could still do something. Don't count it out just yet. want a long-term investment, since this is an American-made crypto, I don't see it really going anywhere. But that's not the only thing holding it in there. As long as it starts just being used, we could go anywhere with this. Once it's just being used, you'll understand that AMP could hit $1 if they just got enough adoption to the coin. People just are so excited by the news of XRP and XDC and XLM and Dogecoin and all these other coins out there. For sure, they are solid projects. I'm not saying Dogecoin is a solid project. I'm just saying it is a solid project. I get why you're investing. But if you just put $100 towards something that may or may not hit, and it goes parabolic up over 12 cents, you have a lot of money you just made off your $100 investment. To me, that's worth the risk. Now, I'm not telling you to do so, but I'm saying that's worth the risk. Now, if I had $1,000 right now, would I do that same action? Maybe. If it was my last $1,000, definitely not. I would definitely see where it went. If I think it can hit $1, maybe it won't hit $1 this bull run. Maybe it'll hit $1 the next bull run. Maybe it'll hit $1 in 10 years from now. I'm not sure. But as long as it doesn't zero out, my $100 is safe. And that's how I want you to think about other cryptos that have real use case to them, and they may not be as widely adopted as something else. If that does hit, and let's just say AMP was at $5. I'm not saying it was, but I'm saying let's just say AMP was at $5, and you were thinking about buying it then because maybe it could go to 10. Why wouldn't you want to catch the roller coaster ride from the 1 cent, the less than 1 cent it's at right now, all the way up till 5 or 250 or wherever you decide to cash out at? That's why I feel like everyone is just literally watching videos and saying, yeah, let's just jump over here. That's where the money is. Let's jump over there. That's where the money's at. Just jumping everywhere because it's the bull market. And technically the bull market isn't even completely here yet. It's just the fact that we're ramping up. If today's bull run was just 30% better than your current market it is right now, and that's all it was, and then everything started to be a crypto winner from there on out, would you feel satisfied with this bull run, or would you be like, oh, I thought it was going to be more, blah, blah, blah? These are the thoughts you need to have while investing. You don't just wildly invest like the Wild Wild West unless you are okay with losing money. And if you start to lose money, don't cash out. If it zeroes out, then okay. If the project becomes a scam, then okay. I'm not a big fan of catching something on the DeFi network where I have to pancake swap something to get it because I don't like the process. But sometimes you could catch a really good pump on something that was well before a cent and then is now over 50 cents. That's a great pump that you would have missed had you not pancake swapped it. It's just there's a lot of things. When I think about that, I think about scam, and I'm okay with losing a couple $100. I'm not going to put $5,000-$6,000 into something that could hit on the DeFi network. That's just not me. I just feel like that's way too risky. When people say that crypto is a slot machine, I feel like that's the crypto they're talking about. If you're talking about use case scenarios and cryptos that are actually having push behind them or having people adopt it, something of that nature, I'm okay with that. That makes sense. And if I lose money towards it, fine. It's all good. I've lost money doing other things. But I've also made the most money I've ever made on crypto than I have on any investment I've ever made. On any investment. Especially with doing minimal work, which is just research. Just do a little bit of research. See if it's something that you like. If it's something you like, you invest it. Okay? And if your thought is wrong and it's incorrect and you lost your money, then that's the price of doing business. I'm just saying, just make sure that you're not taking your life savings. You're gonna make sure you're not convincing your girlfriend or boyfriend that this is going to be the big hit, because you may pick wrong and you're going to look like a fool for doing so. And then you're going to have this salty taste about wanting to invest in crypto when crypto is literally the future. If you are seeing this video today and in the next year you still see this video, you are early. You are still early. Adoption isn't here. Everything isn't here just yet. You are early on crypto. So yes, people are going to make early mistakes, and that's fine. Will you make a lot of money from AMP with $100 investment? In my opinion, yes. Because if you put $100 in and it hits 12 cents, that's $1,200 you didn't have. And that's a great investment. That just means if you put a higher number to it, that same action would be crazy. If I put 10 grand towards it and it went 12 cents, you see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? If you put more money into it that you are willing to lose, if it zeroes out and I'm wrong, if you put enough money in there and you win because I'm right, because 12 cents isn't unaccomplishable for something that has a use case scenario, then you win crazy. What you'll start to see out there is you'll start to see people make videos to hype it up. I'm not making a video to hype it up. I'm bringing this awareness to you that AMP exists. And if you decide that you want to put $500 towards it and it hits 12 cents, then you've made a lot of money rather than your $500 that maybe wouldn't have did anything in a project that has a minimal chance of even happening. If you Google right now, can and will AMP hit $1? It'll say, yeah, it could. It'll say these things because of the fact that it knows. Because I've definitely put it in Google. I'm not saying that Google's always going to be right. I think Google's actually wrong more than it's right when it comes down to these scenarios, because it takes today's information versus where things could be possibly. So especially when you say a price prediction, that kind of throws everything off. I've seen a price prediction where I asked it about XRP and it said it might hit $1 by 2027. And we're well over $1 right now. Go in there, do some research, look at it, see what it is. If it's something that you feel is beneficial to you, drop a thank you down in the comment section. If at the end of this, you see it and you're like, wow, I'm glad I heard that video and I did something about it. This is not financial advice whatsoever. If you invest $100 and you lose $100, that is up to you and your fault. Take it like a man, take it like a woman, take it like whatever you are, okay? Just take it. Because I put my 100 in. I didn't say I put 1,000. But if I had 1,000 that I was willing to lose, I will put 1,000 in there. Trust me, I've invested 1,000. I invested 1,500 into Dogecoin. Dogecoin was such a maybe it will hit, maybe it won't. But I'm glad I got to ride the roller coaster up and down with it. It was because it was excitingly fun, and I got to do research on other projects and find things that I am actually interested in. And that's the exciting part about crypto. So look up AMP. It's called AMP Crypto, AMP Crypto, and look it up. Look up price predictions, see what other people think about it, see what it actually is, see what it actually does. And when you get back to it and you win, message me and say thank you, okay? And if you lose, come back to this comment section and decimate me, okay? I appreciate you. You guys have an amazing night, amazing day, and I'll see you later.